Hi my dear children, this is Prasanna, your maths tutor. Dear children, let us solve the story problems of the page number 93, and your first question is, the cost of one pencil box is 42 rupees 50 paise, and what is the cost of one dozen boxes? See, the cost of one box of pencil is this much, and we need to we are required to find out the cost of one dozen boxes. So what do you mean by one dozen boxes? One dozen is equal to 12 articles or 12 items, so that which means 12 boxes. So one dozen mean 12 boxes. So we begin like this, that is cost of one pencil equals 42 rupees 50 paise, and cost of one dozen pencil boxes, which means 12 boxes. So that this is the cost of one box, and we are required to find out to find out it for 12 boxes. So that's why we multiply these two, and we get rupees 510 rupees 0 paise. Let's move on to the next question. So this is the cost of one dozen boxes of pencil. Let's move on to the next question. Cost of 2 dozen eggs is 85 rupees 20 paise, and what is the cost of one egg? So 2 dozen, 1 dozen mean 12 items, 2 dozen mean 24 items. So cost of 2 dozens, that is 24 items of eggs, will be 85 rupees 20 paise. We are required to find out cost of one egg only. So that is why this money has to be divided by 24 items. So 85 rupees 25 say is divided by 24 items, and when you divide it, you will get rupees 355 paise. So this is the cost of one egg. Let's move on to the next question. Minal purchased 7 meter of cloth for rupees 385 rupees 70 paise, and how much did she pay for 1 meter? So this is the money, that is 385 rupees 70 paise. So this is the money she spent for 7 meter of cloth. So how much did she pay for 1 meter of cloth? Simple. So cost of 7 meter of cloth is this much, that is 385 rupees 70 paise, and we are required to find out it for 1 meter of cloth. So that is, take this money as it is, that is 385 rupees 70 paise, and divide it by 7. So money she has to pay for 1 meter of cloth is how much? Rupees 55.10, or else rupees 55 and 10 paise. Let's move on to the next question. That is, the cost of 10 meter of rope is 148 rupees 80 paise, and what is the cost of 1 meter of rope? And the second question is, what is the cost of 50 meter of rope? So first we need to find out what is the cost of 1 meter of rope. So cost of 10 meter of rope is 148 rupees 80 paise, and cost of 1 meter of rope is, to find out it, we just take this number, that is 148 80 paise, and we divide it by 10, and when you do so, you will get it as 14 rupees 88 paise. So this is the cost of 1 meter of rope. Let's move on to the next second question, that is, what is the cost of 50 meter of rope? So this is the cost of 1 meter of rope, but we want 50 meter of the same kind rope. So that's why it is 14.88. So this is the cost of 1 meter of rope, and we need to find it for 50 meters. So that's why we have to multiply by 50. So when you do so, you will get rupees 744. So this is the cost of 50 meter of rope. Let's move on to the next question, that is, Ria purchased 12 meter of cloth for her son's uniform for rupees 360.72 paise. How much did she pay per meter? See here, this is the cost of 12 meter of cloth for stitching the uniform. But we need to find out that how much did she pay per meter. For 1 meter of cloth, how much money did she pay? This we need to find out here. So for this, take the total money that she has given for 12 meter of cloth, that is 360 rupees 72 paise, and just divide it by the total length of the cloth, that is 12 meter, and when you divide it, so you will get rupees 30 and 6 paise. So this is the money she has given, or she has paid for 1 meter of cloth. Let's move on to the next question. It is, see here, next question is this. The cost of one bag of rice is 35 rupees 50 paise, And what is the cost of 5 bags? See, the cost of 1 bag of rice is 35 rupees 50 paise, and they are asking the cost of 5 bags. So just multiply this amount of 1 bag with the 5, because we want to find out the cost of 5 bags. So that's why just multiply by 5. So it will be 175 rupees, 177 rupees. It is not 5 paise, but it is 50 paise. As I said, first digit is already filled, first place is already filled, so that second place must be replaced with 0. So it is 177 rupees 50 paise, not 5 paise. Next, they are asking to find out the cost of 10 bags. So cost of 10 bags, just like this one, take the cost of 1 bag and just multiply it by 10, because you want 10 bags, you have 10 bags, so that's why you have to multiply by 10. And when you do so, it will be 355, and this is the cost of 10 bags. And still they are asking the cost of 100 bags. So take the cost of 1 bag, that is 35 rupees 50 paise, and just multiply it by 100, and it will be 3550. So this is the cost of 100 bags. Let's move on to the next question, that is G. So rupees 909 rupees 99 paise was equally distributed among 9 people. Then how much amount did each one get? So this is the money. See, 909 rupees 99 paise was equally distributed among 9 people. So if they divided like this, if they shared like this, then how much amount did each one of them get? See, money distributed equally among 9 people is how much? Rupees 909.99 paise. And among how many people it is distributed? Among 9 people. So we have to divide this amount among 9 people. So when you divide like that, so you will get 101 rupees 11 paise. So just divide this number by this, so you will get the quotient as 101 rupees 11 paise. So this is the money which will be get by each one of them. Let's move on to the next question, that is 8 children of RMM High School collected rupees 816.64 paise for the poor children's fund, which means they are collecting some money for poor children fund from the school of RMM High School. And how many children collected? 8 children collected. Then each one collected the same amount. Then how much amount did each one of them collect? That we need to find out here. So for this, first we have to write the sentence as money collected from 8 children of the RMM High School for poor children's fund is this much, that is 816 rupees 64 paise. And money did each one of them collect is, so take the total amount collected by 8 children, that is 816.64 paise, and divide it by 8 children, because this much money is collected by 8 children. So this shows that when you divide this number by this shows that 102 rupees 8 paise is collected by each one of them. Let's move on to the next question, that is cost of 1 dozen of school bag is 2547 rupees 60 paise, and we are required here to find out what is the cost of 1 bag. So this is the cost of 1 dozen. As I said, 1 dozen means 12 articles. So this is the amount of 12 school bags. So that is 2547.60 paise, and cost of each bag. To find out this, just divide the total amount of 12 school bags, that is this, and divide it by 12. So if you do so, it will be 212.30 paise, rupees 212.30 paise. It is not 3 paise, remember, like this one, right? So it is 212 rupees 30 paise. So this is the cost of 1 bag. But still they are asking something, that is what is the cost of such 20 bags. So the cost of 1 bag is just now found. So just take it as 212 and 30 paise and divide it by multiply by 20, because they are asking the cost of 20 bags. So that's why just multiply by 20. So when you do so, it will be 424.60 paise, not 6 paise. So this is the cost of 20 bags. Let's move on to the second main. Yes, the question is like this. A packet of biscuits cost 15 rupees 50 paise, and the cost of 6 packet is how much? See, this is the cost of only 1 packet of biscuit, but there are 6 packets of this kind. So that is why we need to find out the cost of such 6 packets. So simple. Cost of one packet of biscuit is 15 rupee 50 paise, and we have 6 packets of the same kind. So just multiply the cost of one packet of biscuit with 6 and it will be 93 rupees 0 paise. Let's move on to the next question. Bimal drove 50 kilometers. He used 2 liter of petrol. So the cost of petrol is 70 rupees and 25 paise. Then he spent dash rupees and dash paise to drive 50 kilometer. So distance that Bimal has covered is 50 kilometer. So we don't want this, but to cover this distance he has used 2 liter of petrol. But the cost of petrol is 70 rupees 25 paise. So the cost of 1 liter petrol is 70 rupees 25 paise, but he has used 2 liters of petrol. So that's why it must be done like this. That is, cost of 1 liter of petrol is 70 rupees 25 paise because he has used 2 liter of petrol. So that's why we have to multiply by 2 and the product will be rupees 140 and 50 paise. So this is the money that he has spent for covering 50 kilometer distance. So you have to write it as 140 rupees and 50 paise. So finally you can say that therefore he spent 140 rupees and 50 paise. So let's move on to the next question. That is, a fruit seller sold 10 boxes of oranges for 450 rupees. It means he sold each box for dash rupees and dash paise. Look at here. So the selling price of 10 boxes of oranges is 450, which means for 10 boxes for 450 rupees he has sold how many boxes of oranges? 10 boxes of oranges, which means 10 boxes of oranges have been sold for rupees 450. So that's why selling price of 10 boxes of oranges is 450, but we are required here to find out what is the selling price of each box, or for what money he sold each box of oranges. So to find out that, take the total amount, that is 450, and how many boxes he sold for 450? 10 boxes. So that's why divide the total amount by total number of boxes, that is 10, and when you do so it will be 45 rupees, and this shows that the which means that he sold the box of oranges for 45 rupees, or else you can also understand like this, that is, he sold the each box for rupees 45 0 paise. Next question. It is, yes, 100 school children went for a movie and the cost of each ticket was 50 rupees and they paid dash rupees in all. So how many children went for the movie? 100 children, and cost of each ticket is 50 rupees. So that's why we write it like this, cost of each ticket is 50 and 100 students went for a movie, so that 100 tickets have been purchased, so that cost of one ticket is 50 and 100 tickets have been purchased. So that's why it is 50 times of 100 will be 5000. So therefore they have paid rupees 5000 in all. So you write it here. Next question. Arjun paid 2500 for petrol. He gave 500 rupees notes to the attendant. So attendant is nothing but he is a worker who works in petrol bunk. Then it means he gave dash notes of 500 notes. See here, money given to attendant is 2500 after taking the petrol, or yes, after filling petrol in his car or bike, whatever it is, right? But after taking petrol from the petrol bunk, he has paid to attendant 2500 rupees, but he has given this money in 500 rupees notes format, 500 rupees note denominations. So how many notes he has given? Simple. Therefore number of 500 notes he has given to attendant is total money that he has given to attendant, that is 2500, and in which denomination he has given? He has given 500 rupees notes. So that's why you have to divide it by 500 itself, and when you divide this by this it will be 5. It shows that he has given 5 notes of 500 denomination, that is 2500 rupees to the attendant.